Hey, baby. Thank you for being here. And how are you today? What flavor of is that? Caramel apple. One of my favorites. How you doing? Happy Tuesday. I'm just sitting here kind of reading. I'm enjoying Pisces season. Yeah. I'm enjoying Pisces season too. It's been pretty chill. And nothing too crazy. I guess just more I don't know. I've been really present. And so that's really nice. It feels good to just be present and just kind of be in the experience of life. I know, as opposed to wondering and, getting upset over things that we can't control. Right? Sounds delicious. Yeah, it is. One of my favorites. Uh-oh. It is important, but I also feel like I've been like hopping dimensions, and I mean it's happened to me before, but it just feels like it's happening like more often, like with every decision I make, and everything that I do, it feels like I'm hopping into another reality. And so I'm focusing on making like sound decisions, like making really not even just about the decision, but like positive thinking. Because when I find myself thinking negative thoughts, like that's when I jump into a world that I don't necessarily want to be in, or it like goes, things just get really dark and negative. And then I notice that when I make a decision to be more positive, things work out a little bit better. And then I'm jumping into, a more positive and clean and happy existence. And it's immediate that it's happening. So, I mean, it is really cool. That could be overwhelming. Yeah. Yes, imperative. As a man thinketh, so shall it be. Yes, very, very true. Very true. And so that's what I'm kind of focusing on, just like staying positive and staying present. Because it's like all we have, That's all I have. I can't speak for everybody, but, So I'm reading this thing. I'm reading Twin Flames 11:11. And it says, if you have felt pulled on by the divine, the mission is activating. So that's something to think about. Because that's kind of how I've been feeling. I've been feeling really pulled by the divine. And I'm wondering if other people are feeling kind of the same thing too, Yeah. About the divine pulling you and the mission activating. Yeah. I thought that was pretty interesting too. And there's just like, I don't know, this is how I've been feeling here recently. You see the look on my face. and not confused, but like just like, what exactly is going on here? Because this is the realm that I work in. I work in the realm of spirit, you know? And so it's like it's an everyday thing for me, connecting in with the energy. But like, it's just like, what exactly is going on? You know? Like, I don't think it's anything that needs like one distinct answer, because it's kind of that's life. You kind of have to just go through it and be there, right? But yeah, I don't know. I think it's like it's all just naturally unfolding. And I mean that's clearly, right? Everything is naturally unfolding. But I think that the answers that I'm kind of looking for, or the answers um, that I'm, hoping to get, I know that they'll come. Isn't this the age of Pisces? It's technically the age of Aquarius, totally a inquisitive air. Yeah, it's technically that we're leaving the age of Pisces to go into the age of Aquarius, right? Because I never understood like how it goes backwards. Aquarius over. No, age of Aquarius is what we're entering. I mean, I think we've and nobody knows exactly when it happened, but it's like a period of time where we enter the age of Aquarius. So they like to say, to me neither, okay. They like to say, what I've heard is that the age of Pisces either started or was when Jesus was around. And so that was 2,000 years ago. We don't really know when he was around, but that was about 2,000 years ago ish. And that was the age of Jesus. And he was the age of Pisces. And even that Christian symbol with the fish, and sometimes it has a little cross at the bottom, like that was his symbol, and that was because he was a fisher of men, and then feeding people with 2 fishes and 5 loaves of bread. Like, he was all about the fish, But he's yeah, that was the age of Pisces. And so apparently, what I've come up with, and we know where I get my stuff from. Spirit. Fish. Me too. But what I've come up with here is basically that every age, like age of Pisces, age of Aquarius, there's help that comes along. And I think it would be really interesting. And this is just coming up, so don't quote me on this. I'm going to do some research while I'm sitting here. But it seems every age. So love it about you. Thank you. It seems every age help comes to our planet. And I feel like there's help here on our planet. And I don't know if I don't believe it's only in the form of one person, because I think when Jesus was here, he had his disciples. And then there was other stuff going on around the planet too. And so, but I think that every time we enter into a new age, we get help. Help comes along. And yeah. We have to just be okay with that. And we have to realize that things are changing. I agree. More than one person, yes. And we have to be okay with things changing, because those people are usually here to help us with evolution, or to commence us into a new age, and to show us where changes need to be made on the planet and within ourselves. Change is always good, right? I know I don't really understand, people who despise change. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you despise changing, then you despise growing. That's like saying, oh, I don't want my body to grow. Like, it's so weird. Or, I don't want the seasons to change. I mean, I'm sure we've all said that, like, oh, this is my favorite season, and I wish it was summer. It's my favorite season, but like, it's not about things staying the same. Like, things can't stay the same. Change is always good. I'm a Gemini. No, we thrive on change, yeah. But yeah. So I love winter, but I'm okay with all the seasons. Yeah. I like certain characteristics of all the seasons. Summer is my favorite because I get to be naked. I mean, because I don't. Yeah, I like wearing shorts and tank tops. I like being warm, but yeah, change is inevitable. And it's like, just be okay with change, like, But let's see. I'm sitting here. I want to do some research. Okay. Mhm. Okay, so it looks like this is 2,000 years. Okay, so AD, that's after the death of Christ, right? It's something Domini. Well, let's see. Okay. So what they say here, of course, Google, the first thing I found on Google. I'll do a little bit more digging. Um, the age of Pisces began in 1 AD and will end 2150 AD. So we've still got like 100 plus years, like 120 something years, all right? 25, 28, 128 years until we're actually in the age of Aquarius, according to astrology. Sorry, I'm just fixing my nose ring. According to astrology. Okay, with the story of the birth of Christ coinciding with the date, many Christian symbols for Christ use the astrological symbol for Pisces, the fishes. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Let's say. And so, this is asking, when will the age of Aquarius begin? Which was of a real emotion of procession, cause the identity of the pulsar change over time, 25,800 years. So roughly every 2,150 years is when things change, is when the ages change. New age might be said to begin at that point. Okay, so we're so the answer from the viewpoint of astronomy. Okay, I think I want to just kind of look at astrology right now. I just want to look at the esoteric part of it. I've spent my whole life looking at the facts of everything, and facts are important, and proof is very important, and scientific determination is extremely important too. But we need to add in and not have one more take over more than the other, but we need to add in the paradigm of spirit and the paradigm of the unknown. And so whereas I do look at the facts of things, I have as well, but I will nix a fact, right? I do look at the facts of things, but I like to look at the esoteric standpoint, because again, that's where I work, and that's what makes most sense. And so I'll go for a fact. I like how you said you'll nix a fact. I'll go for a fact, and I'll look at a fact, and read up about it and see the proof and see where it all came from and everything. And then I will go to spirit and see how that backs up. And a lot of the time, there are just these missing elements. Not that the fact is wrong, but there you'll have the fact. For example, like let's see, what's a good example? Like the Earth. It has to feel right, exactly. Like the Earth, you got all these facts about Earth. She's got these layers, and and she grows grass and trees, and she supports life. Okay, and because of those facts, that's why scientists say that she's alive. But then I go to spirit, and armed with those facts, which I believe are true, armed with those facts, I go to spirit, and spirit, adds in a little bit extra. Spirit is like, yeah, she's an ancient being, and she has a personality, and she has wants and desires, and she has certain ways and reasons for doing things. Like, things like volcanoes and earthquakes aren't just freak accidents, and they're just not, they're not just these experiences that happen. Like, they're part of her breathing, or part of her coughing, and are part of her having a biological experience, because she is a body, right? Because if there are like a few, and don't get me to quoting the science, okay, the physical human science, but there are, like, what is it, 3 or 4 ways that that something is alive. Let's see. Hey, Tanisha. If you know if something is living, there are like 4 characteristics. Okay. It must grow and develop. It must use energy, reproduce, be made of cells, respond to its environment, and adapt. Okay. And so I think she has all of those. She grows and develops, definitely. She uses energy from the sun. She reproduces. She grows trees and all kinds of other bacteria and fauna and flora. She's made of cells, definitely. She responds to her environment. So she responds to the solar environment, the solar system environment, even the galactic environment, and even to her own environment. And adapt. She definitely adapts. Okay, and so we have all of those facts. I love natural disasters. Actually, I call them natural remixes. I love it. Um, but yeah, she meets all of these requirements, all of these criteria to be classified as living. And then, like I said, there's those other things, those other things that haven't been proven. And this is the kind of stuff that, like, I don't get why they're not studying it. And if they are studying it, I guess I'm just looking in the wrong places for this stuff. It's so funny, because when you tap into spirit, like, all of the information is there. All you have to do is listen. Like, a lot of people, like, will sit and listen to spirit, and they don't even know they're listening to spirit. Like, they'll hear all of these things, and I don't mean like crazy things like, oh, you should go and do, like, but they'll hear things. And maybe it's just me, who knows, but when I sit and I meditate and I listen, I hear these like it's information. And so I like to write that stuff down, and then when I go back and read it, it's like that actually makes sense. Like, and then I go to look it up and I don't find anything on the internet, or in books. And but what I've heard from spirit makes complete and total sense. Yes, even with humans, she adapts. Yeah. And we're like little kind of like invaders. I mean, I don't want to say I shouldn't call us invaders, but we've done a lot on her body that she's just kind of like, okay, what? Like, why are you guys like digging into my bones? Like, like fracking. That's like, yeah, fracking is like digging into the bone, which is not good. Studying what exactly? Right. They're not studying things like what does it mean when a volcano erupts? Like, not just, oh, it's when this happens, and then not the process, because I could look up the process, how it happens, and when this element mixes with this element, and they do, like, we can totally look that stuff up. But what is happening in the physical biological body of planet Earth that is making that happen? Just like um, when if you have something stuck in your throat, you cough. Like what is happening in her body? What is making her uncomfortable that makes her tectonic plates have to shift and cause an earthquake? You know, and not just the science behind it, but like, oh, well, she got uncomfortable and she needed to adjust her hip, and so she moved her tectonic plates, or there was too much activity in this area of her body, and she had to scratch and itch, and that moved her tectonic plates. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because what is it? As above, so below. The macrocosm is comparable to the microcosm. You know, um, but we know she's alive, but like, can't I want to see people viewing her and studying her from a standpoint of a living being, like, and so it doesn't sound like woo woo. Like, why would the earth be coughing? Like, because somebody's gonna come up with that shit. Like, oh, she doesn't have a face, how could she cough? Like, okay. It's like, and again, like, once again, like, I take the facts, but I also take the energy. That's true. I do wonder the esoteric meanings behind things. Yeah, totally. Yeah, and so I mean, and that's like when I'm meditating, that's the kind of stuff that I hear, you know, and I know that some of it is legit. I know that it means something, you know. Now, if it was just like a bunch of babble, and it's like, like, what? But it's usually stuff that like makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's see. So again, it looks like ages last 2,000 years, right? The age of Pisces has shaped human history for around 2,000 years and is slowly coming to an end as the age of Aquarius takes its turn. Okay. Okay, so they've got a bunch of different stuff here. The age of Pisces began 870 BC, lasted until 1300-ish. 50 BC or 50 AD to 2100. We're in transition between the ages. Okay, so what I want to look up is let's see. Okay. So the age of Aries would have been from like the year 2000 BC to 0 or whatever. Um, maybe up to 500 AD. This is the time of great military cultures. See, that's why I love new theory and theorists. Yeah, because just depending on the knowledge that we've gained and the science that has been proven years and years ago, just depending on that, it's almost like insanity, and insanity is going around the same circle doing the exact same thing with zero results, and so I mean the science is great and like all the knowledge and facts are great, but life is all about adaptation and change. um what's up, Tanisha? How are you doing? We're just chatting. We're talking about we were talking about like the biological processes of planet Earth, and now we're talking about the ages, because the age of Aquarius is kind of like, when does it really start? Like, when has it really started, or when does it start? And they say like around they say like 2150-ish, I guess, is when it's supposed to start. But it could be any range of time, right? And so let's see, I was reading oh yeah, and what I was saying, Tanisha, is that what I kind of, I had an intuitive hit about ages having helpers. And every time we're moving into a different age, a helper comes along, just like, the paradigm of Jesus came along in the last age at the beginning of the age of Pisces. So between the age of Aries and the age of Pisces is when Jesus was kind of around. Okay. And then the age of Pisces began 0-ish, right? And goes all the way until, 2000, whatever. But we're making that slow transition into the age of Aquarius. And so I'm just kind of looking to see today's topic of conversation. I just said it. Here, let me see something. Oh, yeah. So I told you to skip the video ahead a bit because I think maybe your stream is a little late, and it happens, So, but I literally just talked about what we were talking about, our topic of conversation. So there's a helper, or there are helpers. There's a paradigm of divine help that comes every age, right? And so we found Jesus for the age of Pisces, or rather for, let's see, this is end of the age of Pisces. And so there should be help coming. There's already divine help here in many different forms. And so 0 to 2150, we have the knowledge of Jesus. And then so at the end of 2150, or at the end of the age of Pisces and the age of Aquarius, there's going to be other kinds of help that comes. other kinds of help that comes that to give us the knowledge of the age of Aquarius. And now we're we're already gaining a lot of that knowledge, but we don't have it all. Because if we had it all, or if we were adept enough to understand that, then the wars would be done, and people would just kind of be like, okay, well, let's just go ahead and live in and integrate our light bodies, you know. But I guess we're not quite there yet. We still have quite a bit to learn, and I mean we've got like 150 years ish, give or take, to learn that stuff and to gain the actual knowledge. To gain the actual knowledge that is necessary for us to live, grow, evolve, and thrive in the age of Aquarius. All right. And so, yeah. And so we're looking for the helpers. I know people like Tanisha and I are helpers. Not saying nobody else is helpers. I'm sure you're a helper too, baby. But all of us who are here to ground light, to bring light, to warriors of the light, all of us who are here to be those, calm, loving individuals who are open to spirit and are open to, new experiences and new information. We're the helpers for now, and we bring this in because I feel like there's like later, probably after we die, unless our bodies decide that they want to live a little bit longer than 120 years. But I think later there's going to be another like big helper that comes, like a Jesus type that comes and who is like performing like miracles and stuff like that, and making us see a different side of evolution. Okay, so evolution. Help. We're looking for the helper for the age of Aquarius, to lead us into the age of Aquarius. The helper that led us into the age of Pisces was Jesus. Let's see, we want to look for the helper that led into the age of Aries. Okay, so we're looking at 2000. And so this says this is a great time. This is the time of great military cultures. Egyptians and Persians, the Jewish, the Trojans, the Greeks, the Spartans, and the Romans. Okay, so let's see. Now this is talking about shamans. Let's see. Interesting, yeah. Awesome. So let's see, up to the time of Jesus taking place during the age of Aries. Okay. So I'm looking to see like what would somebody like Jesus call a spiritual leader? Mesopotamia religion. When fell about 2000 BC, the country divided into smaller units. These religious beliefs and practices. Okay, religious beliefs and practices of the age of Aries. Let's see. The religion of the world. Spiritual Macedonian religions were repeated in the text from Phoenicia, 2700 BCE to Sumer, 2100 BCE to Palestine, 1440 BCE. So these are the time when like Sumer up to 0 to 2000 would be Pisces. 2000 to 0 would be the age of Aries. Okay, so Sumer. Let's see. So Sumerian religion. Okay. They practice polytheism with anthropomorphic deities representing cosmic and terrestrial forces in their world. Okay. And so this is where the energy of did you create an LLC for your girlfriend? I think so. I'm not sure. I don't know. I feel like it's registered somewhere, but I don't know. But yeah, the Sumerians originally placed in the world earliest Sumerian literature of the 3rd millennium BCE identifies four primary deities: Enlil, Enlil, Ninhursag, I've never heard of that one, and Enki. Okay, and so Enki, I've heard a lot about because a friend of mine, she was like super into Enki. At some points I'll have to listen to this back. Yeah. I'm just kind of sitting here doing research. And let's see. So Enki. So let's look up Enki since that was probably the helper. Enki on Wikipedia. Sumerian god of water. knowledge, crafts, and creation. So, comparable to Jesus. Jesus was very water affiliated, fish affiliated, knowledge affiliated, crafts. Jesus was a carpenter, right? And creation. And one of the Anunnaki. Okay, so Enki was an Anunnaki. I've heard of that. And he was later known as Ea, or Aean Akkadian Syrian Babylonian religion, and is identified by some scholars with Ian Canaanite religion. Okay. Okay. And Greek equivalent Poseidon, Prometheus. Let's see. Oh, I have a wish. Let's see. I made a wish. Okay. Let's see. So Enki. Is Enki a trickster? As a trickster god, Enki reveals his wisdom and so enlightens others through actions which may not make sense on the surface. That is funny. That is a synchronicity. Just finding that. Okay, cool. Oops. Okay. No worries. I just had to cover my bases. But thank you. Okay. Okay, so then Enki, let me write some notes because I know I'm gonna need to. Let's see. How do you spell that? Enki? It's E-N-K-I. Okay. So Aries. Which, I mean, I guess Enki in the age of Aries kind of makes sense, being a trickster. Now, he wasn't but his Greek equivalent is Poseidon. And Poseidon, he was a warrior god, right? And Aries is the Aries is what, Mars, guided by Mars or Mercury? I think he got it by Mars, and very heavily Mars affiliated. And Mars is the god for. Y'all are gonna have to help me out with that because the astrology, it's not my suit. Let's see. And so we have Enki in the age of Aries. Okay. Aries Mars. Yes. Thank you. Let's see. So before Aries, it would be Taurus. So let's find if there was a helper in the age of Taurus. See, so it's Sumerian. And this was, let's see, 02, 50-ish. This would be 2020. So we would be looking from 4,000. I'm like completely nerding out right now. So all of you guys who are watching, just, this is where I'm at. To 2000. Hey, Kathy. That sounds good. How have you been? Happy Tuesday. We are just doing research. That's what we're kind of talking about right now. But yeah, we are looking for helpers. We're looking to see which helpers came during each age, because Jesus was a helper. And before that, there was a god called Enki, who was a helper. And these helpers come and they bring wisdom to the planet. And they help people to evolve. And so I'm looking for, let's see, the age of, I probably should leave this open, just in case I need to refer back to it. Okay. And then, let's see, so we did that in the age of, we're looking for the age of Taurus. And so what did I look up here this first time? Aries, from 2000. Spiritual helpers. Okay. Now that's how I found it. I found it Sumerians. Religions before Sumerians. Religion preceding Sumeria. Tomorrow I'll be off. You'll be off work tomorrow? Good. I'm sure that will be exciting because I know you're a hard worker. Are you coming on tomorrow? Probably. Excuse me. I will probably, be on every day this week. Hindu Sarasvati. Okay, let's see what Hindu Sarasvati has to say. Hindu Sarasvati religion. The Vedic. That's what I was thinking. Like with the gods like Shiva and Krishna and all of that kind of stuff. Faith in magic, charms, and sacrifices. Induce Sarasvati or Harappan civilization became the largest civilization of the ancient world with a population of over 5 million people. Okay, so this is by 2500 BCE. And so we're looking for roughly between 4000 BCE and civilization of the human journey between 4000 and 2000. Loves that. You love what? That I'm going to be here every day? Or that I'm just doing some research? I finally got my hair done. It's growing longer. Good. I gotta get it done before Easter. Excited about that. That's going to be fun. I would love to see it. If you want to share, if you want to email me a picture. Let's see. What is this? This is Bhagavad Gita. No, the Sarasvati River. Okay, that must be someone else. Pre-Aryan civilization. Okay, so I am looking for let's see, religions in 4000 BCE. 2005. Aryans. What do y'all think about this war? I didn't understand it at all. Oh, Ukraine, I am staying out of that. It's to make money. That's what most wars are about. It's to make money. Nobody is really in this in this day and age, nobody is really so angry at another race or group of people that they would outwardly start a war. So it's for money. He did it because he could, right? It's for money. It's for resources. I have the resources, like Tanisha said. Yep. That's what I'm seeing. He did it for money. He did it too. It's probably a false flag. Ukraine has only been independent for about 30 years. Wow. It's probably a false flag. They're probably doing it to put attention on that part of the world in order to do something in secret. I mean, this is not new, and it's not a conspiracy theory. Like, false flags are not conspiracy theories. They have literally been proven. Beautiful day. Thank you. I love this scarf. This is actually my scarf. My grandmother left me her purse, and this scarf was in the purse. And so that was a really special thing. Honestly, I'm not concerned about the war. I'm Black and lived in war. I lived in war right here in the USA all my life. Exactly. I can't get sidetracked by every war. Yeah, me neither. That's why I said I'm staying out of that one. Because it's Russia started it. It's for no reason. It's for no reason. It's because he's a nothing against any kind of person, but it's because he's I don't even really want to talk about it. I digress. Not in the mood to discuss war. Yeah, me neither. Me neither, really. Yeah. Let's get back to the good stuff. I love you, Kathy, and I know that you're small talking and we're conversating and stuff, but I don't want to talk about it. This is none of my business. That's another paradigm, and that's a paradigm of which I am not a part. But I would say maybe looking up the history of the last world wars and the history of these countries might help. Is this on TV? Yeah. But you see what BB said, like looking up, doing some research, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm researching on religions because I'm really interested to see what kinds of helpers came during every age. Because there's always some. I'm looking for Buddha. I'm looking for when he came. Part of Russia until the U.S. stuck their nose in their business, but I didn't. So okay, I didn't know that. I don't know. So you're like, oh yeah, no worries. Okay, let's see. Passage grave with superb. Corbel Dome is constructed on the Isle. Okay, you know what I want to do? Let's just go. The god ashore is worshipped at a shrine on the Tigris known by his name. 100 beehive tombs, bullfighting fresco. The palace. Okay, these are God Osiris. It's like everything. Yeah, exactly. We sure do. But let's see. Okay, timeline, religion. Let's go to Wikipedia. 4000 BC, earliest Egyptian myths recorded. First ever written evidence of religion in the world recorded on Sumerian tablets in 3500 BC. Okay, so let's see. You are sleepy for a nap. I'm always sleepy for a nap. I love to sleep. If I could get paid to sleep, man, I would be so paid right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I love to sleep. Are there jobs where people can sleep? I mean, I'm sure there's sleep studies and stuff like that. But anyway, history of religion. This period of religious history begins with the invention of writing. That's not far enough for me, guys. It needs to be way before that. Bible, Homo sapiens. The Upper Paleolithic, 13,000 BCE, is representing religious religious ideas. Okay, let's see. 13,000, 9,000 BCE. Axial age, 900 to 200 BCE. That's not close enough. Allergies were acting up a little. Yeah, I was having some allergic reaction yesterday. It's clearing up now. Hopefully yours is clearing up too. See, 24 to 23. See, and this makes like a big, huge jump, and you don't explain what happened between. You don't explain what happened in the middle of those times or anything. 3200 BC. It's beginning of writing. Love you too. World religion timeline chart. Let's see, where the religions in chronological order. Okay, and so Buddhism is relatively new. Buddhism is 400 BCE. So that was like before Jesus. So I guess Enki led into Buddha. Okay, so it's 600 to 400 BCE. Interesting topic to investigate. Yeah. I'm curious, and so I'm really interested in getting into Hinduism. Now they say Hinduism is the year of the tiger, right? They say in 2300 BCE to 1500 BCE was Hinduism, is when it was like on the rise. 600 to 500 is Judaism. 600 to 400 is Buddhism. Okay, so I mean, these are like figures. This is not like the exact timing of everything. Okay. Origin of religions. It's the year of the tiger. Is that a thing? I mean, I know year of the tiger is a thing, but let's see. Religions of the age of Taurus. Age of Taurus and first civilizations. Religion's golden calf, Hindu cattle worship. Hindu religion still clings to its cattle worship from the age of Taurus. Okay, so Hinduism, Bronze Age and Greece, rise of Minoan and Mycenaean cultures, consolidation of agriculture, building of pyramids and megaliths, bull cults in Assyria, Egypt, and Crete. Okay, so that makes sense. Informed by the age of Taurus. Okay. Let's see. Taurus is a symbol of desire over nature on Earth. Symbolized by the bull. Taurus also presides over the gifts of Mother Earth to its inhabitants. The Egyptian deity was known as what was the male god Geb, and the sky goddess Nut. Okay, and Mayan astronomy. American cultural sense of the original South American civilization. You know that around 3100 BC, which is around the time that I'm looking to, 3100 BC, an evolutionary shift occurred. Right? Isn't it how it always happens? Let's see. So let's say this is Hinduism. We've got the Geb, and then under the sky got Nut. Okay. They thought of it as the origin point for a 5,200-year cycle of sentient evolution, one that culminates in 2012 AD. Okay, it is also about the time of the dawning of the mother of Babylonian culture and possibly their own new world, Olmec culture. Pre-Aryan Hinduism, pre-Aryan or the Vedic era, could be seen as the flag bearer of the Taurus age. Okay. Tell me about pre-Aryan Hinduism. A little bit of research. Pre-Aryan Hinduism. Okay, now. Sarasvati. Activated. Hello. Yeah, I do $5 readings. All my information is down below in the description box. I go through PayPal and Cash App. And just when you send your payment, just make sure that you type in your name or your handle here so that I know it's you. And I'll pull your card after I see your payment. And I'm also here just I'm doing research, but I'm just kind of talking to the people who come in and out. Oh, no. I don't do free readings very often. Cultures. I'm talking about something that precedes, what was this, 3100, I think I found. Now I have the tiger in my head. Ooh. Some scripture of old Indic, the language of the Rigveda are not found not in Syria. Botany came to old Indic, their own names, and old Indic terms were used for horse riding and chariot driving. The authentic term Urta, meaning cosmic order and truth. Such category that was also employed in the Mitanni kingdom. Authentic gods, including Indra, were also known in the Mitanni kingdom. Let's see. Okay, so this looks like religion happened around the same time. And so I want to see, I'm just looking for people who like came around. And now I found Buddha. This. Evolutionary shift in 3100 BC. Onset of early dynastic period.